$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh god. I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
Yeah, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right, let's do it right now. Let's use this
Go
scenario.
ahead.
Right?
Die Hard started a
I
trend.
hate Speed 2.
Why?
It's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
I'm sorry, but
When she
she's a great actress, but she sucks in that movie.
She cuts open the door with the chainsaw and she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What?
if you back up with the saw, we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible film.
It's horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote by you,
Yeah.
John.
I can quote Speed too.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Garfield and Friends from Fickle
Oh,
Fanboys.
Now, which one?
The second one, not the
Yes.
first one.
This one.
Times are here.
Yeah, I hate that one.
It doesn't matter. That's
Well,
just an
yes,
image.
but there are two
There's
actual
two-
songs.
there's two of them.
Oh,
The
well,
second
that's what they.
one-
That's he sent me a picture.
Ready?
Ready?
Ready.
Two.
To
Party!
We're ready
To party.
We're ready.
Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield,
Garfield
and
and
Friends.
Friends.
And then I think there's another
I
verse.
love how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There
in it.
is. There is. There's a little bit more to it.
Oh my god, I'm like tearing up
I
here.
just got a
Skip
Charlie
one.
horse in my thigh.
Oh, shoot. You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Do it.
Move.
Put your
Oh, shoot.
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your.
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay.
Let's do some.
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Welcome back to PTOUnlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 313.
Yeah, it is. Oh
Been
my
a while
gosh.
since we recorded.
Yeah, it feels like forever already, even though it was
It was
only like
2 weeks ago. Yesterday.
it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, but it still feels like a lot longer than that because it's I don't know. It's hey, Pixel is chewing on socks. Yeah, Labor Day weekend was last week, so we decided to take the holiday off. If you want, you can always pick them up if you want. It doesn't matter, but whatever.
This is good.
He just is really craving attention right now.
So last Monday, by the way, this is kind of a crazy fun fact.
Labor Day.
Mm-hmm. 30 years ago, Batman the Animated Series premiered.
30 years ago.
30 years ago.
Oh,
Still
wow.
holds up.
Besides the Joker, who's your favorite villain from the animated series?
Oh boy. They're all really good.
I have two already that I'm like, I loved, and I actually looked at a top, like, I actually have a list here of the villains ranked from worst to best, of course, here.
According to who?
Looper.
Okay.
So they're pretty credible, I think, for most of their sources.
Are you talking about from the show?
Yes, animated series.
So their iterations of the villain.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, of course, number one is always the Joker.
Mark Hamill.
And Yes, Mark Hamill's voice is going to be synonymous with the Joker, and like a lot of nerd culture in general. Alex didn't know. I myself, I don't know if I knew about the Joker being
I didn't
voiced by
know
Mark
until
Hamill for a
till-
I
long
didn't know
while.
that for
Yeah.
a while. But
So-
I
long
did like
after
the
I
Joker.
watched it, you know.
Right, exactly. I'm the same. But on this list, of course, they have Harley Quinn, Ra's al Ghul,
Mhm.
Mr. Freeze. Those are all pretty mainstream. Catwoman. Talia was in it. I don't remember Talia in the animated, but she was pretty high up there. Two-Face, Poison Ivy. Those are all pretty iconic. Red Claw.
Yep. Remember that?
That one I don't remember very well. The Riddler, the Penguin, the Ventriloquist.
Yep. Remember
That one is scary. That one, Alex, it's like the
Yeah, it's like what's
Scarface kind of simple, but this person has a dummy as their pet. Kind of, he is licking your chest. Then they've got some other ones like Kayadai Ken. I don't know him very well. The Scarecrow, of course. The Mad Hatter. Bane. Maxie Zeus. Hardak. Do you know Hardak?
I don't remember
Oh
that
yeah,
one.
it was
It's a robotic Batman.
Yep.
That one's creepy. But
Yeah.
the list goes on and on. But I mean, I'm saying they go deep into the other ones, like the gangsters and stuff are on this list as well, like Rupert Thorne.
Yep. I don't think Black Mask was ever in an episode, at least
No.
not in the first 3 seasons or volumes, whatever they're
Mm.
called.
No, I didn't see him on this list at all. Yeah, they have a lot of gangsters on this list as well. So it's a full list of all the villains, even from the beginning of like everything from the animated series.
So
So
who is your favorite?
either Scarecrow or Clayface.
They changed the animation on Scarecrow.
Yeah,
It was kind of
cheesy.
underwhelming in the first
The
time,
first, yeah, I
but
remember
then
that
they
when he
changed
first
it
came
and
in.
it looked a lot scarier.
Yeah, he looks so dorky
Yes,
in
it
his
was-
first episode.
very-
I think he's in like the first one of the first
it's
3
one of the
It was
episodes.
kind of
first, yeah.
laughable.
Yeah, it is. I was showing Alex actually, so I'm just gonna put it out there. That's who I'm gonna be for Halloween. So, I decided that I'm gonna go with Scarecrow, and I was showing Alex what they had him for the animated series. I was like, oof, they really upped him in the Arkham series. Like he's really scary.
Oh, like in Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
freaky.
It's
So
quite the get up.
I'm looking to mix a.
Like, he
bunch
doesn't
of
even
it.
look human
Mm-mm.
in Arkham Knight.
No, he doesn't. No, I looked at a lot of good imagery and stuff. So I'm going with that. So Alex, who's your favorite villain animated? Probably Poison Ivy. Actually, I'm gonna.
I'd say,
You
yeah,
probably go for her,
yeah.
right?
hmm
Harley was pretty underwhelming in the series.
In the series, yeah, I was
But-
never really into Harley Quinn back then.
Harley Quinn now as her own show.
Oh,
is
I love
great.
that now.
Yeah.
The
like
characters
her animated
had a
show.
huge boost over the years.
Oh yeah.
She wasn't
yeah.
nearly as popular back in the
She
animated
just she
series
was really
days.
No.
annoying. I feel like in the animated series.
I
Do you
agree.
find her annoying in the Birds of Prey movie?
Yes, Birds of Prey. Yes.
But in the Suicide Squad, she's fine. Both
yes.
of them.
I love her in the Suicide Squad.
Both of them.
But
I
yeah,
thought
Birds of Prey
Birds
was
of
just
Prey was
kind
the
of.
second Suicide.
No. I don't know.
Suicide
No,
Squad.
that's no.
It's
It's her own
so
movie.
it's her own movie sequeled off of Suicide Squad, and then the Suicide Squad is kind of
the one with
sequeled
John
off.
Cena.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So there's 2 Suicide Squads, and there's also Birds of Prey.
right.
Yeah.
So you haven't seen Birds of Prey?
No.
Eh.
It was
Underwhelming. Could have been better.
underwhelming,
Could have
yeah.
been better.
Yeah, it could have been better.
Brett, who's yours?
Boy, it's tough to pick. I remember more episodes that I liked of with specific villains. I know I've talked about the one where they're playing poker before.
Yeah.
The Almost Got Him episode. That one's really good.
That's a good one. I watched that one.
The 2-parter that that makes Two-Face is really good. I
Mhm.
believe there's a 2-parter that makes Clayface.
Yeah,
That's
there
pretty
is.
good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, those
it's
2 are pretty
there's
good.
a lot to. The episode with Bane is actually really good.
I have yet to see anybody portray a good Clayface in cosplay form.
Mm-hmm.
Probably very difficult.
I don't know what they could use.
I don't know.
It'd have to be really good foam of some
I
kind.
remember there's a section in Arkham Asylum where you go see, and I forget the character's name, the guy who is Clayface, and he's just mimicking all these characters in his cell, and it's kind of freaky.
Interesting. I'll have to play some more of the Batman games, like the Arkham games. I love Arkham Asylum. I was streaming it for a short period of time. Arkham City is overwhelming as F, dude.
Night is worse as
Is
far
it?
as I remember when Arkham Asylum or Arkham City came out, And that's what people said. Like, there's so many things pulling you in all these different directions,
Right.
and that can be true of any open world game.
True. Yeah.
But it's especially because you have the Batmobile in Arkham Knight, it's a little bit worse.
So let's move on from there.
Can I ask Brett something?
Go ahead.
How's your eyes?
Yeah. Actually, you've gone
still-
through all of your like procedure from.
Yeah. It's. I mean, it could take. I think they said up to 6 months to completely heal. The only side effect I have is night driving is just not as sharp as when I wore glasses because of the lights. And every day when I wake up, they're pretty dry. So I'm going through my supply of. They gave me plenty of drops that I just throw
good.
some in real quick in the morning.
Yeah.
But
Do you have night vision glasses yet?
I haven't got
The
them
yellow
yet,
Night
but I
vision
was-
goggles,
Well,
Josh?
goggles.
Night-
That's a
night
little extra.
driving-
Yeah.
Night driving glasses. I've looked into them. You get a pair for $20,
Yeah,
so
you
I
can
might
get 'em.
try that out.
Yeah.
Especially when we get into winter time when it's going to be dark more than it's going to be light.
Did you know that they brought live PD back?
No,
Yeah.
on A&E.
They did?
Not A&E. Reels. I don't know if you've heard of Reels.
I have reels. Yeah.
Yeah. They brought it back. I think they named it something else entirely.
Is it Dan Abrams? Is he hosting?
Yeah, they picked up the show elsewhere and named it something else, and it's basically the same exact thing. And they're suing. A&E is suing Reels.
Oh, wow.
A&E canceled it. I don't. You know, you can't have it both ways. You either want it
Right,
or you don't.
but you have to sell off the property before
I would.
before
Yeah,
someone else
there's
uses it.
probably some
So the whole production crew just
loophole.
moved over, and they
Well, and I was upset with the move because they basically did it right around the George Floyd
Yes,
thing, where
yes.
all the cops were not shown in good light, and I loved that show.
It wasn't like it was a little bit more like down to earth than Cops was.
Yeah,
Cops
yeah.
just showed the worst of the worst. Live PD
Yeah,
kinda just
it
showed you a
was.
little bit
Well,
different.
Cops was, and I haven't watched a lot of Cops, even though it's been on the air in some formation forever. But it's mostly traffic stops, and that's what a lot of Live PD ended up being. But you get every now and then it gets really exciting.
Pixel fell asleep on Alex's
Yes,
hand.
on their hand. That's different. But what's it called?
Holding his head up.
Let me look it up. because I heard this on the radio the other day, and I was like, oh, I have to make sure I write that down. I put it in my notes. So, yeah, Live PD.
Brett,
I think it's just called.
his head's heavy.
There's no way they called it On Patrol Live.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta see if this is still actually a thing.
It's on Reels. It's funny
Yeah.
that they got Dan Abrams too. He was the original host.
On Patrol Live lawsuit. He'll probably yeah. A&E sues Reels over alleged Live PD knockoff On Patrol Live. Alleged knockoff.
Alleged.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, they're really gonna go somewhere with that.
Yeah, it's okay. Whatever. We'll see how this goes. So, I just wanted to put you on the loop. So maybe look that up.
Yeah.
Reels
yeah.
with a Z. I didn't even know that channel existed. They're just making things up at this time.
So what I remember about Reels is they do a lot of like celebrity documentary stuff.
They do. Yeah.
So like I know that autopsy show where they talk about a celebrity death and a medical examiner talks about the autopsy, and it's. I remember they did I'm pretty sure they did 2 or 3 shows about Aaron Hernandez.
Okay. Oh
He
yeah.
was the Patriots player that got
The concussion.
Well,
he
that
had
was probably some of
issues
maybe
with
his
CTE.
issues,
Yeah.
but he murdered somebody
Yes.
and went to jail for it and hung himself in prison.
Dude. So the week has been kind of crazy for me and Alex. So the Labor Day weekend, Alex and I went to Chicago. It was so much fun.
Mhm.
We took an extra day even. So we were like, we'll be back Sunday. No, we'll be back Monday. Sorry, we're taking another day. We probably could have done another day at the festival. The EDM festival we went and saw Millennium was the main show, which the whelmingness of that was fine. I would say it was a good show and good music, but
Mhm.
who took the show for you, Alex?
Wooly.
This brand new EDM artist that you discovered. I don't know how
Yeah.
new he is, but brand new to us in our light. But yeah, he was insane.
And I was reading like I got on before we had gone to the festival. I followed like the Facebook group for it for people like asking questions and like going to the discussion board, and that's where everyone's posting like their pictures and stuff afterwards. And hey, let's meet up here and blah blah blah. And a lot of people were like, "All right, so out of 3 days, and who do you think stole like all 3 days?" And
everyone
whatnot.
said Wooly.
A lot of people said Wooly and Sander, I think is how you say
I don't know if
it.
we saw them. We saw.
No, I think
we
that was
saw
day
a little
3.
bit of. I think we saw Said the Sky. We saw McCree.
I don't remember. You can't ask me anything other than like Elenium
Seven
and
Lions.
Wooly and Seven
Elenium.
Lions.
Seven Lions was okay. I gotta say, Wooly was awesome. Brett, if there was any EDM, you would know. You probably know Dead Mouse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Skrillex.
Yeah.
Yep.
We might go see Dead Mouse.
Yeah.
He'll
That
be
would
he'll be
fun.
around. I think he'll be
There's
in Indy in October.
There's a Shrek rave coming up.
Yes, there is. It's in November.
At Piers.
That's going to be an interesting
I'm
take.
not exactly sure, but apparently that's like a thing.
He's mad you took your hand away.
I know.
He's trying to
Here
hold
you
his
go.
head there.
Here you go. I'm sorry.
Pixel's a
So,
joy.
no, it was a lot of fun. I definitely felt like I was going to be.
You were underdressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over. I'm not really sure how to describe it.
The worst part about it was my lower back went out Thursday morning.
Yeah.
And I was
not
like,
fun.
oh my God, the trip is tomorrow. My back is out. I had to deal with it all day in pain. I was doing yoga stretches in my office and everything. I had to work on it all week and keep from being bedridden. I was just doing yoga stretches. It took me about 2 hours every morning to get moving just because my back was in so much pain. I had to like get it to just pop into position.
I'd be up and doing my makeup and trying to get ready, and he's laying
I'm
on
the floor
with
trying to get it to move, right?
Yep.
So icy hot, and we haven't used the TENS unit in a long time. We probably should.
Yeah.
It's been about a week since I've had that. I should probably. He said I could do it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner kind of thing, like 3 times a day.
You can use it as many times as you want.
I should have been using it a lot more, but yeah, it's really nice. But yeah, it was a nice festival. Alex got these little items right here on the table. She bought this. This is called. Now, what is this, Alex?
This is called a perler.
What is a perler? Just a necklace?
No, a perler is like.
Isn't it on your face?
Yes.
Well, yes, it's.
Here, let me help you. You can let go of his head now. He's not asleep. He's watching you.
Why does it have to be on your face? Why can't it just be around your neck?
Oh, it can be. But it has a thing for your mouth.
Yes, but why?
So you can have it on your face as like a statement.
It's like a decoration or something.
What does it say?
It says Base Babe.
Oh.
It has says love on it, and I don't know. So perler it's like apparently a bunch of like this stuff. There's earrings and necklaces and like this stuff, and then we learned that there's a lot of like EDM.
A lot of culture to this.
Like there's a big culture.
And what's this?
And
Alex?
that definitely was a culture shock walking in. That's for sure.
I have to zoom in on this. This is Alex's little tiny
Oh,
duck.
my first piece of candy.
Now, candy is not necessarily the edible piece that you would eat. Candy is little gifts or things you would have as far as like little fanfare things.
Yeah.
Alex complimented this guy on his duck costume. He
yeah.
had this like
He basically looked like a rubber
he had like a
ducky.
black and white like shorts and shirt. He looked really good. They had like rubber ducks all around it, and he had like rubber ducks. It was just a whole get up that he had for the festival, and she said that she loved it.
I was like, oh, I love that. And then they came up and they shared a table with us for lunch, and then they said thanks for sharing a table and blah blah blah, and then they gave me a little ducky.
I wish you would have saved that Mountain Dew for this podcast.
Oh,
the
voodoo?
The voodoo Mountain Dew.
Well, we had it on our trip because we needed something to wake us up.
We couldn't find it here, and we found it at the gas station on the way, like filling up our car. So we're like, well, you know, it's here, might as well just drink it. So
it's okay.
No, it was good.
I don't know about it being good. It's fine.
I thought it was good.
It's a
all right. You like your?
I like I don't
like
sour sodas.
I do.
I get it. I get it. How was your week? 2 weeks, Brett? Did you do anything good? Anything new?
Yeah. No. I met Ashley's parents on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
How did that go?
It was fine. They're nice
Usually,
were you nervous?
No, I really was. She was more nervous than I was.
Really?
Why?
I don't know. It's because it's a one.
First
know, it only
impression
happens
get up
once,
thing. It's
you know?
a thing.
Okay.
You know, he could be saying he wasn't, but he could have been, really, but we just don't know.
Honestly, the only thing that I dreaded was I knew I wouldn't be like, it wouldn't be the same if I was going to dinner with my parents. So it was just
right.
outside my comfort zone, but it's not like it was like, giving me anxiety out the wazoo or anything.
I
It's
agree,
like,
yeah.
I'm going to meet them sooner or later. Might as well just do it now. And
At this point, I mean, you're not
So
getting
did you
any
guys-
younger.
first meeting will be over.
Did you guys go somewhere?
Yeah, we went to dinner.
Nice.
Oh,
That's
nice.
awesome.
So everything went good.
Alex is all interested in this now. She's invested.
Hey, we don't get to do this stuff
No,
anymore.
Alex doesn't get to go meet my parents. She doesn't.
I mean, do you remember meeting my mom and my dad for the first time? Or because I kind of remember meeting your dad for the first time. Kind of. It was like we never really formally met. I mean, we were 13
I'll
and
have
14.
to really think on
It
this.
was more like I was coming over to your house and we were laying on the trampoline and your parents called us in and said, hey, can you want to come in for dinner real quick?
Yeah.
And
Boy, I wish I could tell you.
You all met each other's parents as, children.
Yeah.
Pretty practically.
it wasn't like
I'm
I was just
almost
another
a
friend basically that was
middle-aged
hanging
man.
at the house.
You're getting there. Yeah.
That's what it was. It wasn't any type of like, oh, you get to like meet my parents. Oh,
I don't
God.
remember.
You probably met
The
my dad.
scenario would have
by-
been met one or met the other at different times.
Yeah, I don't
wouldn't
think it would have been
the same.
together.
Okay.
Pixel, what do you do? Okay.
You were just about to fall asleep.
You were
bud.
about to fall asleep. You're gonna get back down now.
Yeah. So we should probably talk about.
You probably met my dad. Like he probably gave you a ride home in like
No.
We got
from the roller dome.
We got to move forward,
the
Alex.
NFL.
We got to go to NFL. Yeah.
Okay, while you
And
guys
then we
are
got to go into
start-
playing and watching.
Okay, while you guys are starting the NFL talk, I have a
Well, you
I
can.
have a surprise for Josh.
Did you
So-
get him a gift?
I did.
Oh no.
Where is it?
It's downstairs.
Oh
Alright.
no.
You guys can start.
Okay,
talking
so she
NFL.
got an Amazon package, and she said it was like,
What's the occasion?
I have no idea. It's probably Viking season or something because we're talking NFL. It
So
could be
I'm
something
gonna
like that.
kind of do what I started to do the last couple years. Just go.
You've
through
just
the
been going
games.
down each one, yeah. But you want to save. Alex wants to be part of the Minnesota chat because
All right, I'll save that for last.
that's going to be a lot we
So,
can contribute to, and the Rams one I
It
can at
started
least talk
with
about.
on Thursday with the Bills Rams.
That was
Wait,
so
did you want
good.
me to hold that off?
No, that's fine. Alex will probably say something, one or two
Now,
things, but
I
it's not a
think
big
you
deal.
have to start. It's week one. All the overreactions happen week one.
They
You
do.
don't really have any idea. I always say because of the way the preseason is now, the real preseason for the starters is the first month of the year. What did you do? Why did you
I
throw
just
that?
threw a piece of paper and then he started eating it, so I can't even do that. God.
So, anyways,
Sorry.
as I was saying, the first month to me is more the preseason than the preseason is because the majority of the starters don't play the preseason.
Does that negate
It
our
just
win for
no,
okay.
no. I mean, all they still
Win's a
count.
win,
the
right?
games count, and if you go 0-4 in September, that pretty much
That-
makes you
mhm.
done. That could almost just kill your
that
playoff
can kill your
chances.
season.
I guess
yeah.
my point was they're not really ready to play yet, but
I wanna
they
look
better
up-
figure something out because the win or the loss is.
I want to
is
look up. I want
counting.
to look up a stat. I want to know if any 0-4 team has gone to the playoffs.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Where is it? In your pants?
Pixel,
Oh, is he? He's probably wearing it.
Pixel, Pixel.
Has any 0-4? No way. Really? I
Yeah.
hope he doesn't.
I don't
choose
think
for
he
that.
likes it.
Well, he doesn't like anything new.
Pick him up, babe.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Hey,
you gotta
hey,
pick him up.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh my God. That fits you awesome. Like.
Oh, look
at
at
that.
you.
Oh, that is gorgeous, bro.
Change his camera.
Let's see. Right, there's this. That might be a closer look of him. Look at that.
You have to turn him around like he's hugging you, though.
That is awesome.
There you go.
Look at you, bro. Wow. And you're gonna be probably swimming in that for a while, man.
Well,
Hopefully he's okay with it.
I got him a medium.
That's really good.
Because I was like, yeah,
don't want
small's
it.
gonna be like, because he's so long. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna fit him.
You look so good, Pixel.
Look,
You have
you're a
no
little
idea.
Viking. So it's funny. So Jake was downstairs,
Yeah.
and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I have a surprise for Josh." And I hold up the shirt like this,
Oh no!
And he's like, "You're not pregnant, are you?"
That's it. You know, that's.
I didn't even
that's
think about it because it's just
certainly
like
reasonable.
it's like a little T-shirt.
That's funny.
Look at this. Look
Oh
at
my
this.
goodness.
I love this. I love this. So the Vikings.
I was like, no, it's for my other son.
Right. He's gonna probably be warm in this. I don't know.
I
maybe.
don't know. It's very breathable. It's nice and loose. It's fine.
Oh, do you want to sit here? You can sit here.
Okay.
Let's go back to the let's go back to
As
the
I
There,
have
now
a
we can
football
talk about
started to
NFL.
game.
We're still
we
on the
do-
first game.
Yeah, I
We do
didn't
have
even
a
actually
couple
got up to it
people
yet.
in YouTube that are new that are saying hi, guys.
I appreciate the love. Thank you for coming in.
So,
Hello.
starting with Thursday game, Bills-Rams, Super Bowl champion Rams. It was in LA, the Bills. It was not a real good game. Josh Allen it looks like he didn't miss a beat. Like he just went
He is good.
off.
He's
and
good.
Matthew Stafford had an elbow issue. He was not good at all.
No.
Of course, he was my quarterback in fantasy. So. Bills won that game pretty handily.
Alex,
They even turned the ball over several times. The Bills did, and they still won 31-10. I think it was.
So to answer the question about the 0-4, one team has done it once.
Gone to the playoffs.
Yes,
Okay.
and that was the San Diego Chargers. I mean, the only 0-4 team to ever make the NFL playoffs in '92.
92.
Yep.
Wow. Long
Okay.
time.
Long time.
All right, so I may not go down through every game. The Saints came back in the fourth quarter and beat the Falcons. That was pretty crazy. It was in
Right.
Atlanta. Michael Thomas, though, hadn't played. He didn't play last year.
No.
He came in, or he's started yesterday. He's getting older. He was a great wide receiver for Drew Brees. Scores 2 touchdowns. And who's he playing against? Me.
Your defense was the Falcons?
No,
Oh.
I was playing against Michael Thomas.
Oh, I'm sorry.
One of my opponents had Michael Thomas, so
Okay.
he ended up having close to like 30 points. And Alex had Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs combined for like 60 points or something crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Baker Mayfield on the Panthers hosted the Browns with no Deshaun Watson because he's still suspended. And the Browns came back in the fourth quarter and won with a field goal, which is pretty cool.
Right.
Go Browns.
Go Browns.
Sure.
Sure. Hey, he was the one Baker quoted smack. He did say,
He quoted smack.
or not quoted. He talked some smack beforehand, and he was quoted for is what I meant to say. He said, like, I will fuck them up. Is
Well,
what they said, or
yeah.
what he said before the game.
He didn't, and what I feel bad for him because the Browns decided they wanted this quarterback who hasn't played in a while and still isn't going to play, and they paid him a ton of money, and they don't even know if he's going to be any good. But that's what
Right.
the Browns do. They overpay for players who may not be any good.
Yeah.
And so I don't blame him for wanting to beat them really bad. When they're just like, and that's the thing, like they knew Deshaun Watson wasn't going to play and they still didn't want him. They're like, we'll take Jacoby Brissett. He'll be all right until Deshaun's back. So I would want to kill him too, personally. The Niners went to the Bears at Soldier Field. It was pouring at one point to where there's a shot of Justin Fields sliding like 10 yards across the field in the water.
I
just
love
going
that.
everywhere.
That
That
was- it
shot.
was
That
so
was actually that's a
rainy.
very iconic shot.
You never know, like the weather games, like the snow games are kind of cool, but in the rain games, they don't produce real good football to watch.
Right.
And you have Trey Lance versus Justin Fields. Justin Fields' second year. Trey Lance is a rookie. They did not trade Jimmy G. And he is now the backup to Trey Lance.
Jimmy
And
good
there's
stuff.
kind of a lot of talk around that because it's really kind of sticking it to Jimmy. And the Niners were supposed to win this game in somewhat handedly, and they lost 19-10. And Trey Lance was not good. It's a weather game though, and it is week 1, so you just don't know what it means.
Right.
But Trey Lance did not look good, and Justin Fields really didn't look all that good either, but he did enough to win. The Steelers went to the Bengals, and it was the freaking craziest thing that I've seen in a while.
Yep.
This was
Nobody wanted to win this game. So I'm watching this game.
No one wanted to win.
No
Okay,
one
well,
wanted to
That
win
was at
this
the end
game.
of the game. Yes.
So the Steelers just pounding the Bengals all game long. Joe Burrow turned it over 5 times himself, which made sense because he was my quarterback.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Gets down. They come back in the fourth and they score a last minute touchdown, and the extra point is going to put them up by 1 to win.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if I missed it in the talk or whatever, but something was going on with their long snapper.
Yeah, I guess so.
They missed the extra point.
But the football was also off.
The snap was off, so the holder couldn't get it down to where the laces were out in a real good hold.
Yeah.
So McPherson
That's what you showed.
kicks it way off. So it goes to overtime. The Steelers get the ball. The Bengals make them go 3 and out. The Bengals go down and are ready to kick a game-winning field goal, and they miss again.
Oh, my God.
So then the Steelers get the ball back. They drive down, and Boswell goes to kick like a long field goal, but definitely makeable. He hits the upright.
Yeah.
So then it almost ended up in a tie, but the Steelers finally made a field goal and won that game. Jamar Chase still looked really good. He got me like 25 points.
He's a little stuck.
Oh, you can take it off of him.
Take it off?
Yeah, just take it off if he's going to be.
Eagles played the Lions at Detroit. The Eagles won by 3, but the Lions scored like 35 points, which it's been a while since they've scored that many, I think.
It wasn't like last year.
No. Well, last year they won. I think they lost like the majority of their games by 1 score or less. So
I feel like football was weird last year for a lot of
here's the finish line, and here's where the Lions get. Yeah. They just can't close out games to win.
They looked like a winning team for a minute there.
I mean, some teams they know how to win. And some don't.
No.
Colts were at the Texans. That was a tie. Ended up being a tie.
Weird.
Matt Ryan didn't look particularly good.
No.
Patriots at the Dolphins. They got killed by the Dolphins.
They did. Oh my God.
Sometimes they struggle against the Dolphins. Tom Brady or not, the Patriots have trouble with the Dolphins.
20-7.
Yeah, it wasn't close. It wasn't good.
No.
Ravens beat the Jets. Lamar had 3 touchdown passes. That
24-9 on that one. That's crazy.
The Jets,
Lamar was being Lamar.
I thought the Jets could finally come back and do something.
Yeah.
But this is just the first
they had
week. Let's
Joe Flacco. I didn't even see a single play of him, but
Flacco was on the field?
Flacco, because Zach Wilson got hurt, Flacco is now starting for the Jets.
Oh.
The Jaguars were at the Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
And that was actually kind of an exciting game. The Commanders ended up winning. Carson Wentz threw 2 really bad interceptions in the fourth, but he also threw 1 long touchdown that ended up putting them up, and they won.
Yeah.
And surprisingly exciting games. The Giants beat the Titans on a last-second field goal, walk-off field goal.
Giants, they killed it on that one.
Yeah, and I mean, they have the only player of note that they have is Saquon Barkley, and so that was a surprise.
It's going to be a rough season for them, I think.
So Tyreek Hill went to the Dolphins, and Patrick Mahomes didn't care. He didn't
care.
He still showed up.
They pounded the Cardinals. And I don't think the Cardinals are going to be any good this year, but they just let them have
I should drop Kyler Murray and get someone else.
Might not be a bad idea. Poor
sad.
Patrick. The Raiders played the Chargers in LA, and a lot of the shows I listened to said this is more likely going to be a home game for the Raiders, and I didn't look enough in the stands to see how many Raiders fans versus Chargers fans, but the Chargers beat them, so
yeah,
wasn't too
Sorry,
good
Patrick.
for the Raiders. Now
No.
the Raiders do have Devontae Adams.
They do,
and that is who Aaron Rodgers was missing.
The comparisons of the yardage for Devontae Adams and like anything else versus what Aaron Rodgers was throwing, it's pretty interesting.
Aaron Rodgers had a rough day. It was at Minnesota,
and I'm very happy about this rough day.
Yeah, we watched that game together.
Yes.
The Vikings pretty much did whatever they wanted. Dalvin Cook didn't have a great game. He didn't have a bad game, but he only rushed for like 60 yards.
Did he get a touchdown?
No,
I didn't think so.
But Justin Jefferson,
man,
MVP.
9 passes for like 180 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Was hot.
He's amazing.
There was at one point where he caught a pass and he was surprised how open he was.
I know, right? He was like
jumped back because he thought he was going to
get
hit.
Like, right?
He's like, there's nobody here.
I'm open. That's what I was like. They should, and that's the thing. It wasn't even at the beginning of the game. They should have known by then to keep coverage on Jefferson.
He did most of his damage in the first half.
He outran his defender every time.
Every time, man. Those legs, man. He's got
open.
long legs.
So the Packers need to figure it out.
Aaron Rodgers was visibly frustrated, which I always
By
think
the first
is
half.
funny.
By the first half.
He wears his frustration on his face, as does Tom Brady. You know, some
They
quarterbacks.
do, yeah.
They do.
I think it feels a little babyish.
He was
when
mad.
they
It
do
was
that.
kind of funny.
I get it. It was.
He
Okay,
was
so
mad. It was kind of funny.
being a Vikings fan myself, I was enjoying it mostly.
Did you want to say anything else about that game
I had something noted down.
before I move on to the next game?
Other than that was like the best opening game ever.
Packers didn't score. Okay, so the Packers didn't score until 5 minutes left of the third quarter, and wouldn't score again.
Yeah.
Holy
It was
cow.
definitely okay. So watch
17-0 in first half. We're sitting there like,
yeah, and I said, wow, this would be
I can't believe
fine
I'm
if
seeing
there'd
this.
be a 0 for the rest of the game. But again, we let them have
one touchdown.
One
They had a good drive for that one too.
Yeah.
They were unstoppable. I was like, okay, Minnesota, are you tired?
It looked like they were kind of like, all right, let's
Yeah.
take a break for a minute.
Mm-hmm. But I can't believe how alert you were
They
for that
definitely
game.
played not like the Vikings.
Right. We got. Do you want to talk about the snoozer last night?
Yeah, so that'll be quick.
God.
The Buccaneers went to the Cowboys, and they were so bad.
The Cowboys were awful.
Cowboy, it was they finished 19-3. Dak broke his thumb or something. He's gonna be out like 6 weeks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
He's just not got good luck, man.
well, he campaigned for 2 years to get a big money contract, and the Cowboys were like, "No, we don't think you're worth it." And he's like, "Who else are you gonna get to play? Because if you notice, you need a good quarterback in this league to win." And he started his career hot, like he was good, and he has fallen off ever since. And he was not good last night, and the Bucks weren't real good either.
Yeah, they were.
Every
fine.
time I saw video of Tom Brady, it was him being mad and yelling and getting frustrated.
That will turn around. They'll be fine. He's got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, and now they got Julio Jones.
Yeah,
they're gonna be fine.
Get this,
offensively.
dude. 9 of the games that were away were victories. Like nine teams won. They're away.
Which is funny because I haven't checked my progress, but we're doing that pick 'em link with Patrick.
Oh, I can check it.
You can check mine.
I can.
So I was doing the picks Sunday morning. I'm like, man, I'm picking a lot of road teams.
Yeah. Okay.
And-
So I think right here, there's actually, if I just hit refresh on this, you are CRZ.
Yes.
You're right along with me at 53.7 and 7. You and I were
We
both.
split.
Yeah.
Okay.
We still have one
Nice.
game though, so we're split right now. Right now,
Right, we do have it tonight.
we're
have
sitting at
tonight.
53
Oh,
points.
I just got excited. We have football tonight.
We do.
Oh,
Yes.
so I want to talk about that for a minute.
I want to talk
Seahawks and Broncos tonight.
So it is Russell Wilson going
To the Broncos and
he's-
playing the Seahawks.
Yes, he signed with the Broncos in the offseason. It is in Seattle.
That's nuts.
The problem is that it is a road game in Seattle, but it's going to be like a home game for him. His
He'll be
first
fine.
game not with Seattle is in Seattle.
Don't the Broncos have an advantage anywhere they go because of their stadium?
Because they are
Their height.
acclimated
Yeah.
to the height.
They get more
There
oxygen
could
where they
be
go
an
anywhere.
advantage there. The problem with Seattle is that they're starting Geno Smith, who has started like 3 games in his career. Can you just hack that up?
No, he grabbed this piece of paper
Well,
again.
he likes it. So I don't expect this to be a good game for Seattle, and they'll probably not do too good this year
Oh.
because Geno Smith is just not a starting quarterback in the NFL.
But
Go on.
I have 2 players.
Well, which two? DK Metcalf and what? Tyler
Lockett.
Lockett. Yeah. Did you start them both?
Yeah.
So fantasy, I'm in shambles.
I think you're okay because
She's
you
already
scored a
good.
crap
Mhm.
ton of points.
So opening
Yeah, I'm
week,
gonna go 0-2.
opening week, Alex and I face each other, and I got half of her points.
Yeah.
She's projected 150. I'm at 78. So she's already beat me at 128.
I do have one more thing to say. So
Okay.
you guys won. Well, unless you know a shortcut that I don't, but I don't think you'll be able to watch the game tonight because NFL app used to be able to watch the primetime games for free. Now they're making you charge. Now they're
Oh, it's that
charging
NFL
for it.
Plus thing,
Yes,
isn't it?
and I am not happy.
We'll figure it out.
So I had to change up my sling. I basically added
You had to add another package.
I had to combine the base package just to get ESPN, so it's like gonna cost me a little bit more per month, and maybe I'll do it for a month or two and see if it's worth it. But that really annoys me.
I'm sorry.
Like they're doing that for free for years, and now they want to charge for it, and it's not real cheap either.
No,
it's like $5 a month or $30 annually.
Dude,
which, yes, I know I could.
You're already sitting at so much on your apps too, man. What's going on with the world? Like apps, like you're paying for how many apps? You got Prime.
Oh well, everything is
Prime,
subscription.
Everything.
No. HBO,
everything.
Hulu.
Even our Xbox is a subscription of
right.
Game Pass Ultimate is $15
well,
a month.
Yeah,
so
I guess
everything is a monthly subscription.
Technically, your phone's like a monthly.
Have you heard about BMW?
Yeah. Oh my God! I'm surprised you. Yeah, we got to bring this up. BMW is doing a monthly charge for features in your car.
We were going to talk about that like 2 podcasts ago.
I forgot all
about
this.
That.
I read.
I
read a lot of comments.
What is going on with this world and their monthly subscription BS? Your car. The only features you shouldn't be paying the features is like the any of the Bluetooth features that deal with like help like AAA stuff.
So Ford has an app. It's called Ford Pass, and when I had my Fusion, I could use it to remote start the car. So I could totally see a situation where they're like, if you want to keep remote starting your car through the app, you need to pay $5 a month for the app. I could totally see that happening. They haven't, and I don't know if they ever will. But that is definitely a situation where they could charge for something like that because it's not on a fob like
it's just
it
a
would
Bluetooth
be.
Sure, that's all it is.
Yeah,
and the Bluetooth,
it sends a signal to a satellite that goes down to the computer in the car and says, "Hey, start the car."
This is starting to become very like I don't know, very. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
People can start hacking into your cars now, and at this point, we're going to be sitting.
Didn't that happen in that movie we watched, The Upgrade?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, yep, exactly the same thing.
Anyway, that was all for the NFL.
Yeah, week. we have one too.
One what?
An app that can remote start. For
Nissan? Your GM or your Nissan app?
For our Nissan, it says Nissan Connect.
You have remote start on the fob, though, right?
We do. This might be easier, though.
But this says that you can remotely control your car from your phone.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to be in kind of range.
Oh my gosh, this whole thing.
You could do it from, like, if you were at Walmart or Target and you had to park out way far, but it's really cold.
Doesn't your car have to be connected to something at that point, though, like some kind of network in order for that to reach?
It never did for mine.
How does it reach it to it?
I don't know.
It's got some kind of antenna.
Don't start the car. It's right below us.
Did
you hear about that tailgater that blew up their car?
Oh, man, we forgot to talk about that.
Miami game.
Yeah.
I saw a
tailgater
shot of a bunch of charred cars because they didn't turn off their grill.
Yeah, and it just exploded and blew up like the surrounding cars around it. That's
pretty crazy because you would think if it was, let's say it's a propane grill, eventually the propane would just run out before anything caught on fire. But maybe there was like grease left over in the grill from a burger or whatever.
Well, if that hits a car and car's fuel is definitely flammable.
It's got to burn through quite a bit before it would get to actual fuel.
I just can't believe it took like that long for somebody to notice. There's like 4 or 5 cars that are completely like
charred up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's you just think if you were one of those cars, you're like, well, I'm getting a new car because
exactly right.
I hope they caught the perpetrator. We should do some playing and watching. Got some stuff to touch on here as far as watching. Alex and I started up Rick and Morty season 6, and we got to see more about Rick and Morty's Rick's past and stuff. The new Cartoon Network series is up and going, so I'm really excited to see where they're going to go with this. I know the formula of Rick and Morty now. They start the season off. They've been doing this for the last at least 3 seasons. They start the season off with story, and then they do funny stuff in the middle, and then they end it off with a cliffhanger and story. That's how they've been doing it. Speaking of stories, I've been watching That 70s Show on Peacock. They put it on streaming finally. Their seasons are so long. I thought I was almost done with
24 episodes.
Yeah,
probably.
I thought I was almost done with season 1. I'm like 10 episodes in.
That's because it was a major network sitcom back in the day.
I miss these.
That's what they do. Like Home Improvement are all at least 22 episodes.
And they're like, how many seasons? 8?
8 seasons of That 70s Show. Yeah.
Well, what about Home Improvement? How many? 6?
8.
8? Okay. Wow. Yeah, exactly. So I want to watch more of it. So probably. Have
Where
that
are
on
you
the
at?
Peacock? Oh, I am still season 1. The last episode I watched, Eric had gotten his job already.
Fatso Burger.
Yeah, he got the car. No, I don't. I think I'm at. Oh,
You got the car real early.
I just got done with the Thanksgiving episode
Okay.
where they were gonna pick up
the
his mother, and they never did.
Lori's friend.
Yes, and
Okay.
she was hitting on Eric.
Yep.
And made out with
We
him.
just watched the episode last night where in season 1 it's the second to last episode where they Hyde moves in, and
I love that episode.
there's a part where Red is just screaming and they're beeping him out. It's like, so great.
Is that when he's like get his stuff and all that?
He's like, Steven, you get yours together and you get your in the damn car.
Yeah.
We're going.
Oh, I know what episode's next. It's the Joseph Gordon-Levitt episode because I remember.
No.
What? No, for me.
For you, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm at because I paused it right at the beginning. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do something else and just never got back to it. So
yeah, he has the Trans Am and he's gay.
Yeah, I mean that was a whole stigma for that show. Was like and he was only in for 1 episode.
Yeah,
they should have had
one.
more.
I know. I really like that episode though.
Yeah, I'll have to watch more of it.
The reaction with the kiss and stuff is.
Are you gonna like when you get to Canada?
Oh my God, that's season 3, 2.
I think it's 4 actually.
I think it's 3.
It's right around the Halloween episode that I like, right?
Yeah,
that's 3.
I think it's 3.
We'll just wait and see. Alex and I have been continuing on with Game of Thrones House of the Dragon. It's good. It's bloody. It's fantastic. Apparently this next episode that we have to watch from last night has sexual nature.
Wow. Game of Thrones.
Well, apparently it is a big scene about it, so.
Wow. Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yeah. You know,
let me guess, a main character dies too.
So,
wow. Game
Brett,
of Thrones.
If you continue on with the boys, there is an episode called Herogasm, and it's a whole orgy thing.
You told me about
and
that one.
It's actually not as jaw-dropping as I thought it was going to be. I guess I've been desensitized by Game of Thrones, to be honest. But
I
think so.
So,
are you watching anything?
We're still going on with Sons of Anarchy.
Are you guys doing still movie watches? New movies? Are you watching anything new out of that?
I picked. Well, told you guys yesterday we watched American Pie.
Yeah, I can't believe she hadn't seen that.
She had, but it
doesn't
so long
remember
she
it.
didn't really remember.
Go through that, all of it.
I agree. I picked Law Abiding Citizen, which she didn't like as much as I did, but I really liked that movie.
That movie's okay.
And I just kind of figured out one thing I like about that movie is that you don't really know who you should be rooting for.
No, you don't.
Because
that's kind of like the movie club.
Yeah.
For a little bit, you don't know who you should be rooting for.
I mean, at the beginning, Jamie Foxx is a prosecutor who doesn't go after the people who killed Gerard Butler's family. So he starts killing people. Mm-hmm. And then you got to decide who you're, you understand why he's doing it, but you got to decide whose side you're on.
That's the same premise as that Bruce Willis movie that got a lot of hatred.
Oh, Death Wish?
Yeah, where he kind of goes on his own. I think that stigma is kind of. They need to do something different instead of like a revenge for the family thing.
It was a little more just blatant in Death Wish, with the guy gets a gun and goes out and shoots people. So that's why it got some hate. But
did you just kick my dog?
No,
I'm just kidding.
I'm playing with him.
Well,
I'm trying to think I'm watching just on my own time Justified because I haven't watched that since 2018 and. I like Timothy Oliphant.
Alex, we have to go back to Rules of Engagement.
Great
show. Yeah, we were watching that again.
Love that.
Because we have stars for a short period because it's like $3 a month for us until November. So I'm like, I should keep that.
I watched one other thing.
What's that?
So Vice, the channel Vice has been doing those Dark of series.
The Dark Side. Yeah.
You're
watching the 90s. No, you're doing the new one, aren't you?
Well, I mean, I watched what they had aired of season 2 of Dark Side in the 90s, but they started a new series in the series called Dark Side of Comedy.
Oh, that might be interesting.
Episode 1 was Chris Farley. Now I've watched a lot of stuff on Chris Farley and his death.
Oh my gosh!
But it basically goes into the main his last appearance on SNL, which he hosted, and
that was the one where he fell through the coffee table, right?
Well,
that was his
as Matt Foley, but
yeah.
One of the things about Chris Farley or one thing he thought about himself was, one thing he liked to say was, when Fatty falls down, ratings go up. Mm-hmm. But it's very interesting because he hosts Saturday Night Live, and leading up to that week, he gets together with Leif Garrett, and they go on a week-long bender.
Oh no!
And he's like, I got to slow down. I got to go to New York.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a rough week, and he ends up getting just high and drunk the whole week. The performance was not good.
Mm-hmm.
The cast members are trying to drag him through it and cover for him. And it was supposed to be a lifeline to get him back on track and sober. And 6 weeks later, he's dead.
Oh my goodness.
So his both of his brothers are in it, or Tom, his oldest brother, is in it. But it really looks into what psychologically, like he needed reassurance all the time that he was funny, because part of people laughing at him was because they were making fun of him, because he saw that with his dad. His dad was a big dude, and he always wore, they talked about this, but he always wore this big blue blazer.
Yeah.
And they would always tell him, because they all love their dad, that he looked great, and he didn't look great. So Farley's hearing this, "Oh, you're so great," and he, in the back of his head, he's maybe thinking, "Oh, I'm not great. I'm terrible." That's why he's on these drugs and getting high and eating just out of control. But it's a very sad episode, and it's just I remember hearing when he died.
Oh, I don't remember it.
33 years old. I don't remember the day, but it was 1997.
I was too young to. I don't know if I
would remember that.
I was 10. So I don't remember.
It didn't have quite the impact because I wasn't as big a fan yet, because I was only 12.
Yeah.
But
I'd not seen a lot of his stuff until later, like as a teenager.
Right.
It's just, sad.
Yeah, it is. Well, I watched this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles documentary, which is, I said this last night when we were hanging out. It's from the beginning of their comic drawings. They accidentally the creators, these two guys, fell into comics by finding this one comic strip or comic book on a bus.
I wonder if it's the same one that I watched a while ago.
I'll have to look it up, or I can show you after this and see what it's called. But it basically goes through them like drawing, and then they both competed against drawing the turtles differently from each other, and then they come up with a squad of 4. And they decide to name them and like their abilities and stuff, and they went into full depth of it.
It's not this one, is it?
That's the one.
Yeah. I watched it a few years ago.
That's so good.
I think it was free to rent through iTunes.
It's on Peacock.
Yeah, it was very good.
It's very good. They stopped right when they were getting the live action movies, right? Like after 3 and everything.
But
they sell the property.
Like they sell it, and they made a lot of money. I think.
Well, Nickelodeon took it.
Yes.
So I don't know if I'm going to pick up the Cowabunga collection.
Yeah, I don't think so either, because it's not what I thought it was.
If it's on sale this winter, probably.
Shredder's Revenge was good enough.
I want to play more of it. Actually, I think I want to play it again.
We haven't gone back through it.
And one of our friends, Brian, he dropped in the middle of it.
I feel bad about
Rick
that.
hasn't played yet either.
No, he hasn't. So I think we could do it again. Playing and watching is still. I got a little bit of playing things. Alex and I have been playing some Sea of Thieves. Warzone lately, nothing really else big. Gonna be playing some Dead by Daylight soon, and this game coming out called You Suck at Parking.
Yep, playing that on Friday probably.
It's like a top-down or isometric like car game where you try to park your vehicles through all these different obstacles, and it's a 8-player game. It's just full-on madness. It's gonna be actually. I wonder. Yeah, I think that might be a Sunday night game actually.
Okay, whatever.
So
I tried a new game.
What's that?
The Descenders.
Never heard of this.
It's a bicycle kind of course racing game.
Interesting. The
I
Descenders.
don't know if I like it.
Oh.
It's very strange. Like I think it's open world, but you got to get in a session, and there's other players. But when you're riding the track, you can't actually race anybody. It's almost like they're the ghost of them.
So you're just going around the kind of like in Forza, we're just driving around.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, interesting.
I haven't spent a lot of time in it. I just thought it looked interesting. You can do tricks when you do jumps and stuff.
Yeah. Huh. Pre-ordered Modern Warfare 2. So the beta comes out this weekend for PlayStation players. Next week will be for Xbox and everyone else. So I went to the comments when I found this out because I just learned about this. I was like, okay, so yeah, the open beta is coming soon, isn't it? And that's this weekend. And I was like, oh, but it's only for PlayStation players. Everyone's upset about Microsoft and this Activision deal right now. I wonder why. I mean, look at what's happening this weekend.
Because
Sony has a market right now.
Sony players are afraid
Fuck
that
Sony.
they're afraid that it's going to go to Game Pass and they won't be able to get it.
Right.
That doesn't matter. What the problem is, Sony right now has the monopoly of DLC and this, like getting stuff
Timed
early.
exclusive.
And I don't like this. I'm tired of this.
We
had it in the 360 era. I miss it.
Sony,
so I'm a little jealous.
They
but
paid a lot of money for
Sony's
that.
had this for 2 generations now.
Yeah.
That's a problem. So I think it's about time we got done either A, with the timed exclusives like this, or B, let everyone have it at the same time. Or do what I'm saying.
Sale could
get the sale over
affect
with.
The timed exclusive DLC stuff.
That's what I'm hoping for.
We'll see. But
so
I
hope
get
they
it.
get
we,
a piece of what happened to us.
Xbox players. I mean, Sony suffered for a long time with that.
They need to suffer.
So-
We hold on. How long was the 360 genre? Like, how long was that?
Let's see,
It was 05 to 2014.
14.
Well, when did the
13.
one come out? 13. So let's just say 2014 then.
So
That was
8-9
a while.
years. That's a significant amount of time.
How long was this last generation for PS4?
So what? So
13
That's
to-
when we moved here.
to
So 13.
So we're sitting on 8 years
to
now.
20.
So we're sitting at about that. Well, for this, for
7-8
this as
years.
well. So we're sitting about 7-8 years for us not having the timed exclusive. So we're sitting in that burn.
It's pretty equal.
Okay, it's about even right now. I'll let it go, but I'll still be a little mad. We played some Sea of Thieves though. We've been playing the Adventures mode, which is Pirates of the Caribbean, and it's a great time seeing
it's
the
so
people
fun.
that you recognize. And
So fun, Josh.
okay, so
Is
right
it
at the
not
beginning
fun?
of last night, we got ransacked by 2 people.
Not bad.
What?
Friday.
Oh, well, we're launching our own animals or other people's animals in these cannons. What do you not? What?
The compass, Josh.
Oh, well, we spent 3 hours on a campaign that could have spent
Could
like
have been
a
like
quarter
an
of that,
hour,
probably.
hour and a half tops.
If we knew to use Jack Sparrow's compass to show us the way.
He gave us his compass, and we never thought for 1 second until the very
You've
end.
seen the movies and you didn't realize
I don't know,
that?
for some reason, like, so we get this compass,
That's
right?
funny.
And,
It is.
and then we do the whole campaign thing that, like, this one storyline, which is 3.5 hours long. We're wondering why it's
for
taking
one chapter.
so long.
It's a 4-chapter campaign.
Yes, one chapter. We're
Yes.
taking forever to figure this out. At the very end of the chapter, you find Gibbs, and Gibbs goes, "Oh, it'd be awesome if somebody had Jack Sparrow's compass or something." And I was like, and he's like, "I would like it," or something. And I realized, oh, we have it. And as I'm handing it to Gibbs, I go, guys, we had Jack Sparrow's compass the whole time.
I'm a little upset.
And we couldn't figure out all these, like, mazes and where we're supposed to go and, like, these different things. And we eventually figured it out, obviously. But there was a lot of trial and error that could have been completely just
Missed.
if we would have used the compass. So this time, last night, we started out and we're like, guys, we have the compass.
We did it all the time.
And then we used it the whole entire time.
But
Like,
it was
if
a longer
anything-
one.
If anything, you needed the compass.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Like,
You did.
it just,
Sure that
in order
wasn't
to
an
find out where to
accident.
go.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It was a longer campaign this time around, too.
like 3.5 hours. And we had no idea. We just
Yeah.
didn't think for 1 second, oh, let's pull the compass out. See where we got to go.
Let's talk about the guest.
Yeah.
So this was your choice for the movie club, and this movie came out in 2014. Kind of an indie flick.
Yeah, not well known.
Not well known. So the synopsis of this film: a soldier introduces himself to the Peterson family, claiming to be a friend of their son who died in action. After the young man is welcomed into their home, practically immediately, a series of accidental and horrific deaths seem to be connected to his presence. Starring Dan Stevens, Micah Monroe, Joel David Moore, Leland Oscar, and Lance Reddick. Now, some of these people, I say those names. Now, you're not going to recognize most of them, but Micah Monroe is from It Follows. Alex and I know that.
Mhm.
Joel David Moore
Is that the dad?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
That would be Leland Oscar. He's from Seven.
He's
and
from
also
Taken as well.
And Taken, yes,
Yeah.
he's also in Taken. Joel David Moore is from Grandma's Boy and Avatar.
Yep.
And then Lance Reddick is from John Wick
Yes.
and
Yes.
Destiny. We know him as the voice
We know him
from
as
Destiny.
Zavala.
He was the
Zavala from
concierge
Destiny.
in John Wick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his voice is very well known
After
in
you
Destiny.
said Zavala, that's all
That's
I
all
could,
we heard.
could hear was
Every single time he
Zavala's
spoke.
voice.
Every single time he spoke. So when we watched
Did
John
you
Wick
think
again,
that in John Wick?
we didn't.
He
doesn't
has a little
he has
bit
an
more
accent.
of a.
He has an
He
English
has more
accent,
of
doesn't he?
an English,
Yeah, a little
kind
bit.
of an accent. This
I wonder
is
if
like
that's his actual. No, that
I
can't
don't
be.
know.
What if they told him to do that for that? Because he, in Destiny, he talks like he does in this movie.
He's very proper and
Yeah, he is. Yeah. So I
professional
don't think he
John Wick.
belonged in that role. To be
Yeah,
honest,
it was
didn't-
what in
in
The
this-
Guest?
The Guest.
Yeah, it was different.
He seemed too
different.
like. I see him as a Gus Fring kind of
Sure.
calm person.
He seemed too important, honestly, for what they did to him.
Yes, exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, I agree. I'm indifferent with this movie. It's a good thriller, but it's because of everyone in the movie's stupidity that I'm indifferent
So
with
what
it.
I thought was it was like if Jason Bourne was a bad guy.
Yes. You don't know anything about this guy. He just shows up out of the blue immediately. Like,
Basically, he's a product of his training, much like Jason Bourne, which was
Yeah.
once he's compromised, cut all loose ends.
it could have been.
All loose ends.
Here's the thing. He could have just had the trigger word, and that's it. And
Yeah.
he's off.
yeah.
And anyone that interacts with somebody that he likes,
My
or
favorite
chooses to
point
like.
is, I'll take all of the guns. He's like, all right, well, hey, if you got the money, then I got the guns. He's like,
I'm
no,
gonna
I'm
kill
going
you."
to kill you.
Yeah. It's like, whoa. It's violent. It's full of guns. It's a
Yes.
Brett movie.
It is.
That's
yeah.
right. I did enjoy the bar scene, though.
That was.
That scene was I really enjoyed that.
So
scene.
people are getting.
I
don't
loved how
know.
he was like, "How about a beer?" He's like, "No. Do blowjob shots for the girls and cosmopolitans for the
Mhm.
boys."
Yeah.
I knew the drink splashing in the face was
That
coming.
was coming,
I
yeah.
knew it
Yeah. Here's the thing: you never invite someone into your home,
Yeah.
that quickly.
especially alone, even if they know your son from like combat.
It's
or,
a stranger,
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it.
Technically,
He
the
was a
dad was
stranger.
in the right
He was.
at the
and
very
he just-
beginning.
he was a very charismatic,
Mhm.
convincing.
Very, very
person.
Very. Yes. The waitress's death it felt too real. Like the way
It
she got
did.
shot and she
The
dropped.
friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I thought that was a little much. I feel bad for how everyone went out. Like it was just a little insane how some of the deaths were just a little. The dad head-on collision and shot. It's
Mhm.
like, why was he taking the parents out? Like I don't get it.
Because it was a loose end.
I guess.
They seen him.
So
they
is
lived
he
with
like
him.
the new Michael? Like just constantly
he did
walking
survive,
out?
you
He
know?
did survive.
He
There
got
was
stabbed and shot, and he still
shot multiple times?
Yeah.
killed a fireman and took his gear and walked out of there. And
It-
kids
yeah.
knew it. They saw him.
This movie is structured as a horror film, but it's shot as a thriller.
Yes.
Like it's very like the camera moves a little much to be a horror film, but it's like like immediately as soon as you see the kid sit down in the bedroom, I'm just like, whoa, what's going on here? Like who is he really? Like you really don't
Right.
know.
Right.
You still don't know. His plastic surgery could have been just to make him himself again.
That's funny
he
though
could be
because
him.
he's in the picture with
Yeah.
the son, and it looks like him. So he didn't get it yet, and I think that's what he was doing on the phone call. Is like, I'm
off the
I
grid
need it
now,
done.
and right, yeah,
I enjoyed this movie. It's not too long. It was right around
hour 40.
hour 40, which I think is a good time.
You know, if a movie is over 2 hours, it better be good, man.
agree.
Like Spider-Man, those movies are all over 2 hours. They're all
Any
pretty
Marvel movie is
entertaining.
over 2 hours.
For
Even
the most
old
part,
Marvel
yeah.
movies.
For the most of them, yeah. I just realized this because of Spider-Man: No Way Home. Tobey Maguire and Willem Dafoe are the longest running MCU
Yeah.
characters.
Mm.
Because Hugh Jackman has not been confirmed yet,
True.
so I don't know if that's even going to happen.
We'll
But-
see.
We'll see. Yeah. Anyways, back to what we were saying. This movie was written in 8 weeks.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. The lead actor had to bulk up for this role.
Yeah.
He had to put on 25 pounds of muscle in
Whew.
3 months.
Damn.
Now he's in an X-Men movie. Is that correct?
Let me look him up. He might be. He might be now. Like
I think he's in one of the.
Cheapers.
What are you doing, Alex? Why'd you do that?
I was gonna go and grab this, and my hand was here, and I'm.
Let me look him up. We thought he
I was
was
thinking
in,
of all that muscle.
We thought he was in Logan, but he's not.
He's not very cute.
Beauty and the Beast.
Maybe that's what I was
Plays
thinking.
the Beast. Yeah. He does a lot of voice acting for animated series and stuff. Yeah, he's in a lot of other things, but yeah, that's what we know him from, was Beauty and the Beast. He plays the Beast
In the live action.
live action. Other facts about this film: the original cut had 20 minutes more information on David and why he is the way he is and what he is.
Oh, I would have loved that.
I would have loved that too.
Yeah.
So, but that had been a little bit
Maybe
longer.
their point was maybe you're not supposed to know. Maybe he is supposed
It's
to be
not
this
relevant
mystery.
to what goes on in the movie.
Yeah.
But I wanted to know more. Like, they're sitting there. I said to Alex, it was like some point in the film, I was like, I just want to know more about him now at this point. I don't want to know. I don't care about, like, everyone else is getting killed. I'm like, well, just tell me about him. There's a connection with this film and 2 other movies. One of them is called You're Next, and the other one is VHS 2.
Oh boy.
The KPG company who does the experiments on other patients is mentioned in the other 2 movies.
Okay.
Mm.
I remember the mentioning. The
Why'd you
KBG.
choose this one?
So I saw the scene where he goes to the bar
Mm-hmm.
on. I think I said it was a reel or a TikTok,
I
but
think you did say that.
across
Yeah.
the top it says, "What happens when you tell your older brother you're being bullied?"
Oh, yes. Yes. Well, I think it's a good film. With a better budget, it could have been better, but I think it's a hidden gem. I give it like a 7 or 8. It's like a good.
I'll give it a 7.5.
It's an enjoyable film. Yeah.
You
Not
haven't
awful.
said anything, Alex.
You haven't
I
said
was
anything about this at all.
waiting
actually.
for you guys.
Why do you do that?
I want to
You
see.
can converse with us. This
I
is
want-
a podcast where
Yeah,
third
well,
person can be
sometimes
in on
we
this.
You
don't.
guys
Sometimes
were.
we don't shut
It's
up.
very irritating.
You guys were.
You can be.
So what do you think? What do you think I'm going to say about this movie?
You didn't like it.
No, you didn't like it. It's too bloody.
No,
You did like it.
no. So I did like this
Didn't like
movie. I
You li-
did.
you
I
did?
like this
Okay.
movie a lot. Actually, I liked it until the last about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Every bit of this movie had me on my edge of my seat, and you
I'm
can
trying to
ask
think of the
Josh
end.
because I was holding on to him
Is
and
in
kept
the
grabbing him.
Halloween,
Oh,
the
the
haunted house.
Yeah.
It basically went from like such this amazing thriller edge of your seat movie to they turned it into a cheesy PG-13 kind of try to scare you horror movie
Sure.
that you can predict.
Yeah.
Okay.
The last 15 minutes.
I honestly thought he was gonna die, but when you see a firefighter limping, I'm like, oh, he's alive.
Well, no, actually, I knew that beforehand. They said when the firemen came out, they said there are 2 bodies that we recovered. I'm like, 2? There should be 3.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, but if he killed a fireman, wouldn't
There's
there still
another
be
body.
3?
Yeah.
Because there's the teacher, the guy from John Wick, and then a firefighter or David.
Yeah.
So there
Well, they
should be
haven't
3.
found the firefighter because
Guess not.
it just happened.
Could've
But
been.
yeah, either way. But they also said, and there's a guy in there with a handful of his teeth missing. If you missed that.
That didn't make sense.
He
to
said
me.
there are 2 bodies and it's something weird. What none of the guys has.
So they can't ID him.
So they can't ID him.
Yeah. Which is maybe that's the firefighter.
They said, and I think they said something about his fingers as well.
That's messed up.
Maybe that's the fireman.
Could be.
I don't know. But yeah, I liked everything but the last 10-15 minutes of the movie. I thought it was just extremely cheesy and I was very disappointed at how it ended. But everything else about the movie was like I was very, very into.
We
Mhm.
did have a laugh when the daughter's banging on the door and he opens the door in a towel and she's like,
That was a little. Yeah, when we saw that. So, did you watch
Thought
the
that was
trailer
funny.
to this movie at all?
I think so.
Oh, we watched the trailer right before the movie, and I was like, you see that scene in the trailer, and I was like, what is this movie gonna be? Like, this is gonna be kind of something else. I don't know. I figured it'd be just like kind of like an older brother kind of sense. I didn't think it was gonna go into like a whole murderous spree.
Yeah.
But
No, I like the movie. It's
I wonder if they're
I'd
gonna
probably give it like a
sequel it.
7 though. Like I probably would have given it higher, but
Except for the ending.
it just the way that they just kind of they're like, all right, last 10 minutes, let's wrap it up. Like
Sure.
it's I don't know. Right after they basically once they get to the high school.
Yeah.
Everything just goes like
Well,
I'm
it
not
goes-
interested in the movie
It goes
anymore.
bad quick. It
Yeah, like
stays
very
bad.
quick.
there's an article for this. The guest sequel is happening, according to MovieWeb, right
Really?
here. This article came out last year. The guest writer has confirmed that a sequel is happening, but the movie may follow a very different David.
Good. I want to see like what we want to see, what we didn't get to
I
know
wanna
about.
know what happens to him. Like he got out of there.
Yeah. He said here's the quote. I can give you a very concrete answer to that question, which is we are doing something related to the guest and is concretely happening, but it is not a feature film or a comic book. Because I think that's what people would expect us to do. And I think that's the thing that no one actually wants us to do. Because, are they making like a video game?
Translation, we don't have the budget to make the movie.
Yeah. I think that if we actually made a feature film version of The Guest 2, or realistically the graphic novel version would just be a cheaper version of trying to achieve kind of the same thing narratively, I think that could only disappoint people at this juncture. Because people have to remember that the same weird, quasi-original artistic sensibility that caused me to write The Guest in the first place would continue to guide me with a Guest sequel.
That sounds like a bunch of fluff.
Wow.
It does. It sounds like a poor excuse to say it's happening, but not happening.
I'm writing it, but nobody will pick it up.
Exactly. There you go.
I don't know how. Yeah.
Okay, so in other words,
what did it get?
Rotten Tomatoes. Yes. Critics gave it a 92. There was only 1,000 critic reviews, so that's kind of small. Fans gave it a 69%. And that's,
okay,
and
so I
that's
gave it a
there's
7.
like 10,000 or like a little more than that fans. So there's enough fans to kind of give it a good, like, I think the critic reviews were a little light. So I was like, I don't like to compare that, but I saw the number and I was like, oh, that's kind of small compared to all the other ones I've seen. Alex.
Your turn.
You pick. Are we moving into the horror movies? Okay. What are we watching?
Gremlins.
Why you? Have you seen it?
No.
I haven't either.
That's why. Because I know you both haven't.
Okay.
And that is a classic.
It is.
That is one of the reasons why we do movie club sometimes is to go
You had
back
this
to
one on
the
your-
classics.
You had this one ready.
Oh, yeah. I've had it ready.
1984.
I've seen it plenty of times.
A young man inadvertently breaks 3 important rules concerning his new pet and unleashes a horde of malevolently mischievous monsters on a small town.
Yep, that's about it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's all you need to know. And it's the easiest rules, and he breaks them.
Zach Galligan, Phoebe Cates.
Zach Galligan, that sounds familiar.
John Louis. Zach Galligan, he has been in...
How many movies has this made?
How many Gremlins?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I know that there's at least 2.
I'm not
but I feel like it's one of those where they just kept making
I'm
them.
not seeing anything you might have seen him in, Brett.
Okay.
As far as like, he was in a lot of late 80s stuff. How many Gremlins movies are there? Oh my God. There's one in 2017 called Gremlins. Is that Recall and then Gremlins a Puppet Story?
I guess it. Did you
What
know
are
it
those?
was redone in 2017?
No. And
Or, well, there's something called Gremlin in 2017. I don't know if it's related or
That's
not.
not. No. There's Gremlins Recall. I don't think that's the same thing.
That's a short.
okay, so there's at least 2.
There's 3.
There's 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is like a Halloween / Christmas movie, by
Wait.
the way.
3 came out in 2020.
Really?
It's just a video.
Oh,
It's
okay.
showing the Gremlins 3 for 2023.
It's in development. No. Okay, so there are. Okay, so IMDb is all over the place.
Huh,
So
okay.
there are officially 2, but there's a third one that is going to be in development. But they have Gremlins 3: Dawn of Desmond, which is a video that came out in 2020.
Huh.
So I had to just clicked on it instead of just said
Okay.
it. There's also a TV animated that they
No,
have.
I'm not going to say that. What's this rated, by the way?
Damn it! I just X'd out of there.
Like, I can see this being like PG-13 and not like R. Or
This was
anything.
PG is before 13 was made. I
Okay, so
think,
it's
wasn't it?
PG-13
So,
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you guys aren't gonna be like jumping out of your skin like it's scary or anything,
No.
but it is definitely.
There's probably a
It's-
reason I never saw this movie.
Yeah, like, I could see parents not showing you
Mhm.
Gremlins. Like, I saw it because honestly, I don't even remember when I saw Gremlins.
Did you hear that? Jake just blew his nose.
Oh, I thought
He's
he
very
farted
excited
or
about his
something.
Steam Deck, by the way. He's said it like 3
it-
times
did
in my
it get here?
present. No, he just
3
ordered
days.
it. It'll be here in 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's very excited about
Yes.
it.
But yeah, so we're gonna watch
Did
Gremlins.
blows.
Yeah.
Kind of like he farted.
A couple of nerd news things over the weeks that have happened. There's been a couple of things that have been announced. Disney had a whole plethora of announcements the last couple of nights.
We've got Nintendo tomorrow.
Nintendo is
Nintendo
tomorrow.
Direct, yeah.
As far as Disney goes, I just want to talk about the things that matter.
Okay.
Mandalorian season 3.
Okay.
I saw the trailer. And so yeah, looks good.
Okay.
But,
I didn't actually
mean-
watch the trailer. I just saw.
Oh, I had to. I was like, it was up. I was like,
Yeah,
well,
I
in
just
order to
saw it.
say something about it, I need to talk about the Little Mermaid. The comments were turned off on YouTube. Now I did see the comments before it was turned off, and people were trolling to the
extent as you thought they would.
but they weren't trolling in a bad way. Like they were mocking it by, I don't know, because someone said, I love how she did the part of your world part, and people just moved on from there and said, I loved how she said clever girl and the raptor ate her. I loved how she said, Luke, I'm your father, and they jumped off the.
No, they were just making fun of it.
They were trolling by saying, oh, I loved how he said, it's a me, Mario. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just kind of just thinking of products now because that's literally what they were doing.
Okay.
They were taking famous quotes from other properties and saying, oh, I loved it. How she said this gave me literal chills.
I get it.
Comments
Yeah.
were turned off. There's 435,000 views.
That's it.
Guess how many likes? Since they turned off dislikes ratio, you can't see the dislikes.
10,000.
Less.
Wow.
Yeah.
3,000.
7.3.
7,000?
Yeah,
Did you watch the trailer?
I did.
I
There's nothing to
didn't.
see. Just her tail and then her singing "Part of Your World" at the end. That's it.
The only thing I liked about it,
What's probably the voice?
her voice was good.
Her hair isn't red enough. I'm not gonna say anything. Like, there's nothing else I have an issue with it. Her hair is not fire truck red.
One
like
of the
it should
first
be,
things was
you know?
like how they said this is going to be live action. How are you going to make a live action movie in the water?
Oh, that's easy.
It's been done.
It's been done.
Wasn't that
Aquaman.
I know
Lady in
Aquaman,
the
but
Water?
like I just
wasn't that a movie?
Yeah, they had
Yeah,
some stuff in the
some
water.
stuff,
Yeah,
but, like-
it's
Oh,
been
wait.
done. It's fine.
No, the one where there's an actual mermaid. It was nominated for an Oscar a couple years ago.
It wasn't Lady in the Water, but
No, it
no,
was-
I know what you're talking about.
I
It was
don't
like
know.
one word.
It's the one where they fall in love with the.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a love story.
Yes.
It's probably someone's gonna be.
I can't even
This
Same.
is-
remember what it's called.
It's
This
okay.
is my
Shape of
Shape of
favorite.
Water.
Yes,
There
we
you
got it
go.
at the same
There you
time.
go. Yes, Shape of Water. This is my favorite Disney movie.
I
Original.
know.
Disney
And Lion
movie.
King is. I
And
think
years ago when they
Lion
said,
King
"Oh,
and
we're going to
Aladdin
be
are ours,
making
so.
this," and I was like, "Please don't touch Little Mermaid. Please don't touch Little Mermaid." And up, yep. What do you know?
For some reason, I can disassociate the live action Disney movies from the animated ones that I love, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
but I can
You're one of the lucky ones.
because I can't do that with some stuff. But
And I know that makes me biased, but that's what I grew up on. Like it's
what live
so,
action ones
So
have
did
you
I.
liked?
It's so difficult.
I liked Aladdin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember he kept telling us to watch the rest of it.
I liked Lion King, but I admit.
Oh
honestly,
yeah, I had to show you.
I don't remember a lot of it.
The animals
but I
are
remember
emotionless.
I liked it when I watched it,
Pumbaa was the only good thing about Lion King.
Yeah, that I can
I
remember.
think it's because Seth Rogen
and I
just loved
watched
what he was doing.
Jungle Book 2. It was fine.
Jungle Book was
haven't
good.
disliked any of
Beauty
them.
and the
I don't
Beast. You
think.
haven't watched yet, though.
I did.
You
I
did?
It was a
Oh.
while ago. I don't
Okay.
remember much of it either. I think what I remember about is like it was like shot for shot the
Mhm.
same almost.
I have yet
That's
to
what
see
I
The
heard.
Lady and the Tramp,
I haven't seen
Dumbo.
that. No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Pinocchio is apparently doing bad.
Pinocchio
Yes.
is doing horrible in the ratings. Alex, why are you smiling though? Disney's failing. Smile.
I seriously I stopped caring right before Frozen.
Frozen was good though.
Like I know, but I'm saying Frozen was good. We recently watched
we watched Encanto,
no,
wasn't it?
no,
Pretty certain.
No.
It's a Pixar movie.
no, that's
No?
no,
It's not Encanto.
no.
Yeah, the one with the guitar.
Yeah, that's
It's Encanto.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
it's got like
No, it's
Spanish
not.
heritage.
No, it's
Mhm.
not.
yeah, with the where who's in the Book of the Dead or is in the Land of the Dead or whatever with all the skeletons. Yeah, that's the
Mhm.
one.
I swear it's not, but
What do you think it is? Then?
I don't know. I know that's not what it's called.
Okay, then you figure it out there.
It's not called that.
Happy Pants.
It is called that.
Coco.
Oh,
Coco.
yeah.
Thank
I'm
you,
sorry.
Ashley.
What's Encanto?
I
then?
think that's a new one coming out.
No, that's
No.
already out too. It's different heritage. I'm sorry.
Coco. Thank you.
Coco. I
Ashley.
apologize. You're right. Encanto was the one I also wanted to watch.
Oh, okay. Well, so
I'm sorry.
Frozen was good.
Thank you.
Coco?
Thank you. Comments.
Oh,
on
that's
YouTube.
the one with the girl with the powers or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So,
I got
yes,
them mixed up.
Coco was very good. I like Coco. But
Coco
like
was good.
it is so difficult for me to get back into Disney after I don't remember like I've still never seen Princess and the Frog.
Me neither.
Like it's around that time that I
Oh.
stopped like I was just like no, I can't do it anymore.
Yes, Coco.
Yes, that
was
one.
a good one. And in fact, you can probably I'm not going to
Coco
spoil
was
it.
a very good
Have you seen
movie.
Coco?
No.
No? Okay.
Yes, it's
good.
very good. Very good.
Other things that came from D23, I saw the trailer for the Santa Clauses.
Mm.
No.
Josh. Even though Bernard's coming back?
No.
No?
No.
I didn't watch the trailer. I just saw it and I'm like, you know, just because we watched all the other ones, I feel like we have to watch it
Mm-hmm.
and we have to give a review on it.
National Treasure: Edge of History looks pretty meh still. Nicolas Cage is still not confirmed. Hocus Pocus 2 is an. I'm seeing that. Yes, I think that's going to be great. Hocus Pocus 2 is going to be part of the movie club.
So, it was requested to, well, if we watch that together, to watch it the day that it releases.
Oh,
that comes out at the end of this month.
Because
I'm fine with
She's
that.
recording a podcast about it the following day.
I'm perfectly fine with it.
Ooh,
Actually,
what?
Actually. Yes.
Since when does she do podcasts?
Did
What?
you not know she does podcasting?
I did not know that.
Are you sure you just didn't
I could have
forget?
sworn we've told you that.
No.
She was even talking about it last night.
I did not know this.
She has a Disney podcast.
How come we haven't shouted it out before?
You do the
I
plugs.
don't have a good answer for that.
Brett, you should have been like on that, man.
She actually never even mentioned it, but you're right. I probably should be.
I had no idea.
I don't. Boy, I could have.
No one said this to me.
I thought I told you when I told you I was.
Yeah, you
Talking
did.
to
We were
her.
talking about it.
Maybe you weren't listening. Maybe we were right here after
he was
the
he was
show,
probably
and you
like
were
yeah
over
he was
there.
probably doing his thing.
Okay, when the show is over, I'm over on the computer getting the audio going. So it
like
could-
Josh
that
is like,
could have happened.
Brett and I are usually talking about something
You're showing
and catching
videos
up
and
showing
having
videos,
conversations about
and then Josh is
things.
over here doing the audio. And
I'm sorry. Shout out to the Pixie Dust Twins podcast.
It's a very cute name.
That is the name of the show. I had no idea. Other things that were shown there: Indiana Jones 5, Mufasa is getting a prequel Lion King movie. Could be all right.
I could see it being okay, but like,
What kind is it? Is it gonna
I
be? It's gonna be the
don't-
live action probably.
I don't have hope right now.
If they did animated, that'd be awesome.
Until I see something and I go, oh, I liked it, I'm not gonna be excited
Problem
for
is,
it.
you can't have James Earl Jones. Well, you probably
you
could.
Ah.
but
shouldn't.
I don't know if he could handle the workload.
He's already Vader's already an issue.
Yeah.
It's gonna be live action. Okay. Well, all right.
Enough with the live action. Just go back to
I'll-
animated. Go back to hand drawn.
They are. They have some stuff that they're doing, actually. I think there's an animated one that they're doing. Well, the Chip and Dale movie was awesome because it was everything all at once. That was everything everywhere all at once for Disney.
It was.
It was awesome. I loved
Yes.
it. I'll watch that again. Inside Out 2, is it Elementals or Elements?
Elemental, I think.
Yeah. Thunderbolts, Daredevil is
Yep, I saw that.
Daredevil's not going to be a continuation from Netflix, so we might be seeing some stories all over again.
Recasting?
No.
No.
No,
Not
but
from what I saw.
they're not recasting, but they're not continuing from the Netflix. They're doing its own story from like its own. They're not continuing on. Like the Kingpin will still be a part of it and all that stuff, but they're not going to like his trainer might not be a part of his history.
Okay.
What was his name? Stick?
Oh, yeah.
I think it was
Yeah.
Stick, right?
Scott Glenn.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Disenchanted also got announced. I still have yet to see Enchanted. And Elio. That might be an interesting one. I don't know much about that one.
We'll see. Again, until I sit down and I go.
There's
oh,
more.
hey.
There's a lot more that has been announced. There's a lot. Like I was like, oh my god, the list.
I don't know if it just hits differently with being an adult.
I think so.
Like maybe once we have kids and then we're watching it. Like that's how I
Mhm.
see it at work with the girls that
Yeah.
have the kids, and they're like, "Oh, why have you not seen Coco? How have you not seen Frozen? This? How have you not?"
Frozen
I'm
2,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, well, because I haven't.
There's a movie coming out called Wish that's gonna be the next animation movie. Well, but they're celebrating 100 years of animation at this point, so they have
Really,
to.
by doing live action movies.
Okay, the Wish is happening.
Okay, one movie.
Yeah, they're Chip
So
and Dale. They had it. It was there. Okay, moving
one
on.
movie.
Moving on. Microsoft had an announcement of a new controller, the Elite 2 Core. It's kind of a new controller, but
It's kind of a step back.
$130.
It's not a progression. It's a extra option for the
Right.
more
If you don't want
budget-friendly.
to, put 108, I want to buy another Elite, and I don't want to spend 180. I actually do. I might actually buy this because it's
Josh likes his
130.
controller.
Why do you want a new one?
Because my right bumper's a little wonky, and it's actually on the forums that can happen. And I'm like, well, I could send it in, but I can also just buy a new one as well. I just have two. I did an airbrush out of it, and it's working now. Or not airbrush, an air duster. So it's working now. It's only going to be $130, and it's going to just have its components, and it's going to be white and black. So looks pretty cool.
Oh, well, didn't the PlayStation just announce a sleeve?
A what?
A sleeve?
A sleeve?
Yeah, like it's a thing that goes on the PlayStation.
Really?
What are you talking about?
A skin?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What? They already have skins.
Yeah, I know, but it was like this. I remember seeing it on Facebook this week already.
It had they're putting out that camo. line.
It's camo one. Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
But I just remember I was reading under the comments just to see what
Type
it was.
in camo.
Yeah, I was reading under the comments, and people were like, "Are we gonna be able to get this and the PS5?" Like people were still pissed that they would be able to get it.
Gray camouflage collection.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it right there. I saw that.
Oh, that's. I mean, I guess that's okay. That's
PS5
nothing.
console.
Oh,
covers.
well, I know why they're doing that because it's not like that black and white, looking like a modem
Looking like a modem. They wanted
or a
to.
router.
They wanted to kind of fit in with your whatever. With
You
your,
make it look more like a console and not part of your Wi-Fi.
right. Your router. I agree. But I don't know.
Only the people with a PS5 can get it, though.
I've been
apparently.
seeing all these people have like modded I saw Game of Thrones had this one on Twitter.
We did see that
Xbox
one.
Series
Okay,
S.
so
S,
it
yeah.
did look pretty awesome.
How much space that would take up?
Oh my god, that would just be a cool collection.
It would be
piece.
a
I
very
wouldn't
cool
even use it as-
collector's item.
Kind of like our controllers over there. Assassin's Creed had 2 new games announced: Codename Jade and Mirage.
We also have a Netflix
series
coming out for
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed had a whole bunch of things come out, and DLC I think for their newest, right?
I didn't see
I
that
think
part.
there was an announcement for that as well. That's all I have for nerd news. There's not there's a lot of other stuff.
We'll have
I'm
a
sure,
lot
but-
next week after Nintendo tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, I'll be talking about that. There was another thing I had. Let me look.
We'll probably get like a trailer, my guess, for Mario.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. You know, it's been a long time since I thought about
Chris
Mario.
Pratt playing the voice from
Well,
Mario.
yeah, I know.
I'm just
but
wanting to hear what he sounds like.
They haven't done anything yet, I don't think.
No
They-
production.
Put out the casting and stuff. I'm
Did
sure
they?
there's production on it.
You guys have anything else you want to talk about?
Nah.
No.
I had one thing
You?
that it's just something we have to say goodbye to.
Oh, like a final note.
Well,
What?
it kind of is, but
Well,
at
you
the
don't-
same
no,
time,
then
we'll
don't
talk
have
about it right now.
Okay, then talk about it now.
So last week when we got back from Chicago,
Oh, yeah.
one of my favorite roller coasters is being retired.
Oh crap! I even wrote this down too.
Yeah.
The Top Thrill Dragster.
Top Thrill Dragster is closed as of last Tuesday.
Does it say permanent and closed?
It says temporarily right
It's
here, but
permanently.
it is permanent.
Yeah,
As
they're
of
done.
Tuesday, it's permanent.
Yeah, it's
They
sad.
had to repair this thing.
Well, because
It has nothing to do with that.
I told this
Oh.
to cousin Andrew, and apparently a piece fell off and hit somebody.
That has nothing to do with either.
Really?
okay.
There's actually not a. They didn't come out with an official reasoning, but the coaster has not operated
Mhm.
since August 15th of 2021 due to an accident where a small piece of metal object flew off the coaster and struck a female park goer. But the investigation ended saying that Cedar Point was not
Liable?
at fault. Like
What?
it wasn't. It
They
wasn't.
are.
Still
It's-
probably
it's-
had to.
They didn't say it was. It says that. It said the park was not found to be negligent, nor that the
Right.
ride was unsafe.
Yeah, it's just normal
was
wear and
just-
tear, I would expect.
You know, it was an
So
accident. It
they
happened.
probably
Wow.
paid out a settlement, but they
They
can't
did.
be.
Yeah.
But
too
it does
big.
say
they
that
can
this
they can say
incident-
that, so they got a settlement out
Yes.
of it.
This incident did not influence the permanent closure of the
Ah,
dragster,
okay.
is
I
what
think
it
it's
came
Well,
sad.
out
that's
to
good.
be.
That's
I don't know
good.
if I
As long as
believe
it
that.
wasn't influenced by that.
I don't know if I believe that, but that's sad
The
because
statement that was
it's my
out.
favorite coaster at that park.
We got to ride that a lot when we went, like 2 or 3 times when we
It
went.
says that there has been over 18 million riders.
Yeah, well, at least we got to do that one. Well, they need to get rid of the Raptor before they get rid of the
I
freaking
know,
dragster,
right?
man.
No, they need to get rid of the
Is that the one
corkscrew.
where
Corkscrew's bad too.
it's a raptor where your feet hang?
Yes.
Yeah, that is
I still like the Raptor.
uncomfortable.
I like the Raptor.
It's uncomfortable.
It is very loud and annoying when you walk past
Yes,
it, though.
it is. Yes, it is.
But it does say their statement that, or what their tweet was that came out, basically said after 19 seasons in operation with over 18 million riders experiencing the world's first Strata coaster, Top Thrill Dragster, as you know it, is being retired. However, Cedar Point's legacy of ride innovation continues. Our team is hard at work creating a new and reimagined ride experience. We'll share more details and information at a later date.
Okay.
So, but yes, as of last Tuesday.
Well, it was
No
closed.
more-
It was closed for a while already.
Yes, but like that was the official no
Yeah.
more. We're taking it down.
I get it.
So, and I've been saying since we went the last time, that was my first time riding the dragster, and I'm so glad that I finally got my butt in.
That
Gosh,
was,
I topped my anxiety for once and went, let's get on there.
wasn't that 2018?
yes,
Yeah,
Boy, it's been a while.
it
It's been a long
has.
while.
I really wanted to go again.
we got
this
invited
year.
this year, but no,
We wouldn't have been able to ride it this year.
no.
So, but no, it's sad. But at the same time, we're gonna all 3 of us can go. We rode the dragster.
We did. We did.
Yeah.
We did.
I think I went on it 3 times that last time we went.
2.
Oh wow.
Oh, I think I went 3.
No, all of us went 2.
Oh,
We
okay.
were we went back on the Millennium Force one more time.
We went on that so many times. The
Yeah.
Gatekeeper.
People will riot, I think, if the Millennium Force gets taken down
It will one day.
one day
Yeah.
in like 100 years.
Let's get out of here.
Plug your
Yeah.
Twitch.
Yeah, so if you would like to watch me, I was gonna say if you'd like to watch me Twitch, if you'd like to watch me play on Twitch, it's
Oh, your Twitch is
twitch.tv/Q_kitty KUTE_KITTI. I play on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. This weekend I'm looking forward to You Suck at Parking,
Mm-hmm.
and probably a little bit more Sea of Thieves, and
Dead by Daylight.
probably Dead by Daylight, just to start like the horror game
Yeah.
stuff up. We'll see.
I'll probably be doing that as well.
Yeah.
So lately, you've just been. We played some Warzone.
I did play a little bit of Warzone. We did play Cold War.
Mhm.
And we played Sea of Thieves on Friday. We played Sea of Thieves last night.
Yeah. As far as my stream goes, is twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MISTERL. You can find me streaming on Wednesday and Thursday evening and Saturday morning. I've been playing Warzone lately. This week I'll be doing some probably Dead by Daylight and You Suck at Parking as well. There's something else I was interested in playing here soon.
I'm really hoping it's a good game.
Yeah, I hope so too. Did I see something turn off over there?
No.
Has my screen been flickering all?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, I've
but
been
it does that
wondering
all
why.
the time.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of weird. As far as our stream goes, we'd like it if you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel as well. And if you're not hitting that bell to be notified when we're live, every Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we are. And as far as our social media goes, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. PTO Unlimited is what you'll search, and PTO Unlimited _podcast on Instagram is what you'll search for that. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is @_Mr. L.
Brett_wings.
Cute_kitty.
Final note. I don't really have one, but I do have a question.
Yeah.
I have a note.
Oh.
I'll ask my question first.
Okay.
Why is there only one bulb in the ceiling fan above us?
Oh, well, because
I don't know why.
all of our lighting is controlled by everything else. But
Yeah,
that.
sure is.
So that one up there is for Alex's top
What
down.
happens when that one goes out?
We just don't. What? That is an LED Bluetooth one that I've had for like 3 years now, actually, since Alex started streaming.
Why don't you
it
put
needs to
them in
die.
all 4?
We don't need it.
We don't need that
No.
much light in here. That
It's a waste of a light
top
bulb.
down lighting is not good for studio.
No,
Ah.
it's not.
The camera's here. You want your lighting to come
want our-
from there.
This-
So that's why those
Or else we have shadows.
are important.
Remember how dark that townhouse studio was?
It was very dark. It was extremely dark.
We made it work.
We did.
It did.
It was good in the summertime because we had that natural light coming in.
Speaking of summer, it's cold. It's cold.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
not.
It's gonna get
it's
warm
not
back up.
gonna be cold tomorrow, and
No.
the rest of the the weekend is back in the mid 80s.
Mhm.
Quick final note. Did you know that pet owners take 400 pictures of their animals annually?
Not surprised.
I think
I thought that was low.
I'm gonna say
That's a
that's
pretty
how
low
it
number.
sounds low. It makes me want to go back, but I just deleted a bunch of photos. It makes me want to go back in the last year, just because last year is when we got Pixel.
Yeah.
So it makes me want to go. How many pictures have we taken of Pixel?
A lot. We even have an Instagram for him. Pixel.thedachshund if you want to follow him.
Yeah.
That period. Not dot. Period. Yeah. Go Vikings this weekend.
Whoop, whoop.
They won. And then next weekend they're facing the Eagles.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. That it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. See you guys next week. Bye, guys.